Another light heavyweight now. It's the current Commonwealth champion on February 19th at York Hall. Same night as Tyson Fury and a couple of others are fighting over at Wembley. He fights for the vacant British title. He's currently away at training camp somewhere, and his fight on February 19th is a rematch of a very lively fight from last December when he retained his Commonwealth title. He won, but he was over a couple of times, and it's a delight to welcome from, well, we'll find out where he is, Tony Bellew. Tony, how are you, boy?
I'm alright, Steve, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Tony, first of all, where are you?
I'm in Lanzarote, mate, doing a little bit of altitude training, and I'm locked away in the mountains.
So, are you sparring there, Tony, or is it purely altitude training?
No, I've flown in 2 sparring partners, mate, and they're quite of high class, so, you know, I'm quite happy with how it's going.
Now, you're gonna have a rematch with McKenzie, who you fought back in December, which was a fabulously entertaining fight, probably for the wrong reasons, because you got caught a couple of times early before you, in all fairness, did knock him over, and then it was stopped. What can you do, Tone, to make the fight slightly less dramatic and perhaps a little bit easier next time round?
Yeah, I went in there and, you know, I started really slow to get out the blocks, and, you know, just one of them things. It happens if you get caught trading with a big puncher, that's going to happen, and, you know, no one is perfect, and, you know, bit of a bad night for me, but like I say, you know, my heart has come through, and I've proved, you know, I can give it as well as take it these days.
Oh, yeah. To be honest with you, Tony, I haven't seen you a long while. I know you can give it. I know you can take it, and if you get hurt, I know you're going to come back. The one thing that I'd like to ask you, Tony, is as an amateur, you were the amateur heavyweight or sort of cruiserweight or whatever you want to call it, and you were there for an awful long time. You've dropped down in weight to be a light heavyweight as a pro, Tony. And the first thing I think when I see guys hurt and caught and hit and go over, especially if they've campaigned for years at a higher weight, I need to ask you, can you maintain the weight, Tony? And are you going to stay at light heavy, or are you thinking about moving up?
No, I'm staying at light heavyweight. I make weight well. I've just been caught. If you watch the fight over again with McKenzie, as the fight's gone on, the same punches that he hit me with in the first and second round have just bounced off me in the likes of the 5th, 6th and 7th round. So, as I say, it's a fact of getting caught a bit cold, getting caught early, and, you know, the defence not being as what it should have been. But, you know, I'll get back to me boxing, and everything's going well. You know, it's, as I say, the weight's not an issue. To be honest, right now, I'm 5 pound overweight, and I've got, you know, just over 3.5 weeks to go. So I'll say the weight's really good.
So it's definitely going to be, you're going to be continue campaigning a light heavyweight. You're 28 now. That's it. You're comfortable at that. You're not really going to grow. You're only going to revert to something previously. You're not going to get any bigger naturally, are you?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Listen, I've started working with the best. Well, I've been working with a strength and conditioner for 18 months, and he would prefer me to move up because he'd like to build instead of take off. So, you know, these guys have always got their opinions, and I've got mine. But for now, I'm staying at the weight. I'm gonna, you know, I want to win decent things, and that's all I want to do at this weight. And then, you know, there is a possibility of moving up further down the line. But for now, I'm a strong light heavyweight. That's the one, mate.
And there's a new kid on the block with Danny McIntosh winning that title, the European title last week. Yeah. And of course that gives you a world ranking. In fact, on Box Rec, he's now ranked above you.
Yeah, well, you know, this happens, mate. This is boxing. And, you know, good luck to him. I think he done great out in France.
You said the right thing there,
He did do great, mate. You know, he's done good, and he should be proud of himself. But, you know, he keeps talking my name, and I keep talking his. And like you're saying, I want to shut him up. From my regards, you know, he's someone standing in my way to bigger and better things. And, you know, I'm sure he'd like to shut me up. The British and Commonwealth titles, as long as I come through on the 19th, are going to be there. And, you know, I know he'd love to get his hands on them. Absolutely.
Hey, listen, you know, in theory, you beat Oville next time round, and I think you're going to start as favourite. So you've got the 2 belts. He's got that belt. That's a potential fight for you. You're still keeping your eye, obviously, on Cleverly. Little bit of unfinished business there. Bit of verbals before. All in all, Tone, it makes the light heavyweight division fairly sexy going into for 2011, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You know, as I say, I'm not really going to speak about Cleverly because, you know, he's proven himself. He's the best domestically, and, you know, he's going on to a world title. So, you know, listen, if the fight's made, so everybody knows me, I'll jump at any fight with anybody tomorrow. But, you know, right now, I'm looking at McKenzie on the 19th, and then as from there, I want to, you know, make it really noise on the domestic scene, really concentrate on that, and then get the European. I set my goals at the start of every year, and my goals at the start of this year was to be British, Commonwealth and European champion, and I won't look any further than that.
Now, Tony, and just finally, you obviously split with Anthony Farnell since the last fight, but you're going to be training in London. Is it next week or the week after? Do a little bit of finishing up down here?
Possibly, yeah. I'm not too 100% sure yet. You know, I've been doing my training over in Lanzarote. I'm thinking about staying for a little bit longer because, you know, I've flown some good sparring partners in.
That's what you need.
Yeah, I've had top sparring, my former European champions, guys who have fought for the world title. So the sparring's gone great, and you know, things are looking up. And like I say, you know, I was gutted to leave Arnie, but you know, the travelling had become an awful lot, and every single day in the car, 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back. It's a stress on the mind that it didn't need. So you know, we split on good terms. He's a fantastic trainer and he's a good man. So you know, I wish him well in the future.
That's good. As long as you split on good terms. Listen, Tony, enjoy the rest of your stay there. I'll see you closer to February the 19th. Tony Bellew, Commonwealth champion, who's about to challenge Oville McKenzie in a rematch. They're going to challenge for the vacant British light heavyweight title as well.